Yo guys, another day, another video. It's been 2 months since I've said that, 2 months since I've uploaded something and even recorded any sort of content. Fact of the matter is just been busy with life without getting too far into the weeds. Professional career's been taken off, been super busy at work, and tied to that, just been doing a bunch of travel. I guess more recently, we've spent a few weeks in Asia. Hopefully some content will come out of that. And then you add the little cherry on top here is I'm an engaged man now, so that's been the biggest life change, the most exciting thing. In terms of pickups, because this video is tied to pickups, it's probably the biggest thing I've picked up in my life. But in any case, if you couldn't tell by the title and the thumbnail, still buying sneakers here and there, not nearly as much or at the same volume as I was, this time last year and years past. But knowing me, I can't stay away from it too long. I have a few pickups in the back. I've also picked up a bunch of random things. As much as this channel is sneaker themed, it is stuff Dylan likes, so I'm showing you some things that I've picked up. I'll obviously save it for the end and keep the sneaker stuff first. So here's the little lineup. We could get into this first one. This is a pair of Salomon XT4s. I forget the name of this colorway. I think it's like mulberry or something like that, but essentially it's just like a pink to purple gradient. But worn these a lot. I got a really good deal on these via Poshmark or a Poshmark seller. Most notably, this has been sort of like my doorstep shoe. Any signs of rain in the forecast, 9 times out of 10, I'm wearing these in that situation. So might not be able to tell via this sneaker, but these have been worn a good chunk. Actually, here you can see a little scuff there that won't come out. They could use a little clean on the soles, but overall uppers are in pretty good shape still. Can't get enough of these trail runners, so Salomon for sure. Up, a random kind of unknown pair. This is a pair of New Balance 990 V1s made in USA, and they're a custom. So this is back in the day. I don't think New Balance does it anymore, but these were made via like their NB1 program, which is essentially like their Nike ID or Nike Buy You equivalent. I saw these on Poshmark listed really low. I don't think the person who was selling them kind of knew what they were. If you can tell by the shot here, they're in really, really good condition. They have this embroidery on the back, Kia. Perhaps that's the name of the person, but what it came down to was the price. I think I paid out the door like 24 bucks for these shipped. And any New Balance made in USA sneaker in decent shape at that price, it's like, how can you refuse? I also just generally like the color blocking on these. They look a lot like the 990 V6 Action Bronson collab, that second colorway. Kind of a reach, but in many ways they do share similarities in my opinion. I struck out heavily on those, which I might go back and grab them. They originally came laced up with this navy blue pair of laces, which wasn't so bad, but since we're in summertime, I figured a little pop of color is nice. I have this pair of white laces from a pair of 920s, I believe, on here, and it looks just right. So Vibram outsole, doesn't look like it's been worn too many times. I cleaned them up as well, sanitized them, did the whole shebang. And yeah, these don't come with the original box. I just have them propped up on a pair of teddies. Yeah, same thing. These are sort of like a doorstep shoe. Continuing the runner theme, actually a few runners in this, but this one, more so different as it is an Asics. This is the Gel Kayano 14, my first pair of Gel Kayano 14s. And this sort of mesh 2000s era of runner has the sneaker game by a chokehold right now. These are very, very, very popular. And I think it was sort of like the Jown collab Gel Kayano 14 that got this model off the ground. There are a ton of GR colorways, this one included. This one is the clay gray and pure silver, according to the box. These have a pretty hefty retail price of $150, which, depending on who you ask, may be a lot, maybe a little. To me, I wouldn't pay $150 for these, again, because they are a GR colorway, and there are a ton of GR colorways. So I've been sitting patiently because this is a model that I've wanted for a long time, was just looking to grab them at the right price. I just so happened to see them listed on Poshmark, and I made a deal, struck a deal with a lovely woman trying to get rid of them. They're brand new, tags are still attached. I stretched out the laces just to try them on because they are not my traditional size 9.5. They're a size 10, which I think is the only downfall, I'd say, of this pair. Any runner, I recommend going true to size, but in a case like this, the 10, there's a little bit of room, a little more than I'd like. But for the deal I got them for, I couldn't pass it up. Just to get my hands on a pair, I think is totally worth it. I'm kind of sold, so any sort of deals I come across, I'm gonna pick up more of these. Little 2-for-1 here, but also at the same time not, because I bought them at different times. Very striking resemblance between the two. They're both pairs of Nike Air Max 1 Premiums. They're both done up in this corduroy material. This one in the Baltic blue. This one in a coral. I know there's a second part to it, but coral, let's call it. Starting off with this pair, they released earlier in the year, I believe it was March of 2023. And just given the current market of sneakers and, the sneaker landscape, people aren't buying nearly as much as they were, call it 12, 18, 24 months ago. So naturally, these became shelf sitters. These obviously caught my eye. I love bright colors. I love corduroy, but I wasn't willing to pay the $150 retail or $160 retail even. In this case, I shopped around and I waited and I saw them on sale for $80 via Dover Street Market. Just so happened to check my email inbox. They were doing a 20% off additional. So these ended up being $64 shipped to my house. I don't live too far from New York City, so these literally came within one day, which was insane. Awesome colorway, perfect for the summer. Not crazy about that lace color, thinking of using this contrast pair of, what does it call it, like a sand color, or even finding a pair of white laces just to throw on here. Same thing with these. So I bought these around the same time, just different days and from different places. This one I got from a local resale shop called The Loop in Jersey City. I believe I featured them in a video in the past. I saw their Instagram story. They had them listed up for $60 in like worn ones condition, which isn't a bad price. The resale market on these is not great in brand new condition. So I don't think I overpaid. I don't think I underpaid. I think just the silver lining here is I got them for way under retail. And I've already worn them. I wore them to work a few times. I'm in this material too. When the time comes for me to clean the uppers, I don't even know if I will, just because they're so delicate. But these definitely attract dust and dirt and everything, but that's just what happens when you're wearing corduroy on your feet. Similar to that, great summer shoe. I love pink on a sneaker. I've been going on a tear wearing a bunch of pink sneakers. So yeah, very happy to have this set in the collection. Next pair here, definitely an impulse buy for sure. I'm still pretty active on sneaker Twitter, buying in less volumes like I mentioned, but whenever I see a good deal, I'm gonna pull the trigger. And in this case, for this pair of Jordan 11 Retro Low IES, great deal. So I scooped these from Snipes for $60, I believe, or they were on sale for $49.99, and I paid $10 for shipping. So $60 out the door for a brand new pair of Jordan Retros. You cannot beat that. They come in like that old style Jordan Retro box, like many 11s do. This was not a very favorable Jordan Retro release. I think many people snuffed past this. I'm at like a $175 or $185 retail price. I can't imagine too many people pick these up when they released. So naturally they would go on sale. I don't even think I'd pay $100 for these, but seeing them at $50, $60, how can I not? Now they're a lot more attractive to me. I've tried them on. Amazing summer shoe. One, because there's breathability, right? You see those mesh hits over there. The color blocking is pretty nice. It's just like a white, cream, and gray. That's like a canvas on there. So super lightweight, perfect for the summertime. And believe it or not, Jordan hooped in this model, not this colorway, but this model of 11 Retro Low IEs. Can't complain. $50 for a brand new Jordan Retro from a foot site. You literally cannot beat that. Interesting story on this one. It's not lined up with these just because I find this to be super random, but this is a pair of Trophy Room Air Jordan 7s in a size 13 that came into my possession. I got these from a really good family friend who's well connected in many industries and just knows a ton of people. And supposedly this pair of Jordan 7 Trophy Rooms belonged to Worldwide Wes. I won't get into too much of the details, but what you need to know is I have a pair of Jordan 7 Trophy Room collab in a size 13. They were a gift, so I can't particularly sell them. I would just feel too weird doing so. But this is a sneaker I think I'd actually wear. So this is an odd request. If anyone is on the hunt for a size 13 of these and happens to have like a size 9.5 or 10, I'm happy to do a straight up swap. They're brand new, never worn, come with original everything. Yeah, this is actually a pretty sweet sneaker. It's well done. I remember these releasing, I think I was in Orlando, and when you're on vacation and you have crazy expenses, you're not really looking too closely at sneakers, so I think that's why I passed on them. And just never went back and sought them out. I don't think they're going for too much in the resale market, so I don't know. We'll see where these end up, but an awesome, amazing gift that I'm super appreciative of. So transitioning out of here, if you're only here for the sneakers, this is a good time to drop because This is where I talk about miscellaneous purchases. This watch box I got on Amazon. I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. And actually, that's where we're going to kill the video. You know, I'm fast forwarding through these clips right now, but it ended up being like a 20-30 minute video just because I liked to talk about all the pieces. And, you know, for the sake of time, I'd like to keep things at, you know, around 10 minutes or so. So we're going to keep it to the sneakers. If you're interested in understanding my watch collection a little bit more, happy to do a separate video. I was also going to talk about some clothes I picked up a bunch of Stone Island pieces and a few other things, but, you know, different time. I could nestle that into one video if you'd like. Run out of time here, so we'll leave it at that. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.